Hey guys, it's Tayla. So as some of you may know, Chungha recently released a new song called Stay Tonight. As a huge Chungha fan, I fell in love with the song and then was rendered breathless when I saw her makeup. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing my best to recreate two of her looks featured in the music video and hopefully be able to show you how to potentially recreate the looks yourself. Starting off with the base using the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer and pressing it into my larger pores, mainly my T-zone. I'm also putting this all over my nose and over my acne areas in my cheeks to soften the appearance of bumps. Next, using the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Primer, I'm smoothing this all over my face, mainly concentrating it on my drier areas and the high points of my cheeks. For foundation, I'm using the L'Oreal Paris Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation in 130 True Beige with the Nude by Nature No. 18 BB brush. I'm concentrating the coverage of this foundation in the center of my face and over my acne on my cheeks. I'm not taking it to the perimeter of my face as I do not want it to feel too heavy, but you can if you want to. To conceal, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in 05 Light to conceal over my acne and other blemishes on my face. I'm then blending it in with the same brush I used for foundation. To finish the skin, I'm using the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturiser in 6W Light all over the perimeter of my face and over the concealer. To set the face, I'm using the Jeffree Star Magic Star Setting Powder in Translucent, pressing it into my T-zone and then swiping it all over my face. To contour, I'm using the MAC Studio Fix Sculpt and Shape Contour Palette in Light to add shape and definition. I'm initially stippling the shade onto my cheeks rather than buffing it in. This is so I'm not disturbing the coverage of the foundation. Once I'm finished stippling, I then lightly buff over the contour to blend it out. I'm then using the same shade to contour my nose slightly. For my brows, I'm using the Maybelline Brow Satin Brow Pencil and Powder in Black Brown to draw and fill in my brows. To finish my brows, I'm using the Innisfree Brow Mascara in Espresso Brown, brushing my front brow hairs upwards, mid brow hairs diagonally away, and the tail brow hairs outwards. Both looks have the same base makeup with the only difference being blush, but that's for later. So for the first look in this video, we're going to be doing Chungha's absolutely stunning green eye look that is shown in like the more darker performance parts of the music video. Honestly, when I first saw this part, I was shocked. I never expected to see Chungha with emerald green eyeshadow on, but you know what? It works. I don't know how it works. It does, and I'm a little scared to try this out because I don't really wear green shadow a lot. Okay, so let's go into a deeper analysis of what Chungha's look involves and see what parts we need to do in order to remake this look. So in this picture, Chungha has what looks like a cut crease which goes all over her eye into about here where the wing stops, and honestly it looks amazing. And on top of the cut crease is just a beautiful emerald green. But what's quite interesting is below it, it's just a very nice earthy warm brown, which just smokes out from her inner corner here all the way out until the end of the crease where her green stops. Also, you can see that she kind of has a dark eyeliner that goes all the way from here to here, and then the liner goes from about here and then goes outwards here to meet where the green is. You can also see that she's got a bit of depth on top of the green where the outside is a bit darker, the inside's a bit darker, the top is really glittery and a bit golden actually, so it's quite bright. In another picture, so you can see it without the green. So without the green, it's a very smoky eye look where the eyeliner goes from the bottom lash line actually and meets up with the top lash line to go about here. You can also tell that the brown eyeshadow also drops through the inner corner and then smokes out about halfway through her eye, and then it kind of dissipates and is replaced by a bit of a glitter, which I would assume would be more of like a gold highlighty shimmer shadow. And then you can also see that at the corner of her eye here, it goes downwards a little. She also, even more, has her waterline lined in a very dark shadow. You would think that it would be more of like a very dark brown color rather than a black, because I feel like that would match it a bit more. Moving away from the eyes, you can also see that she's got a very warm brown blush, which actually only goes to about here on her cheekbones. It doesn't actually go all the way down, which actually complements Chungha's face shape a bit more. Furthermore, she's got a very nice light pink lip on, which looks matte in this picture. Being such a muted color, it actually complements her eye makeup much more, considering you wouldn't want to have bold down here and bold up there. You'd want to have either or. Back to the eyes, I just noticed that she also has the shimmery shadow go into her inner corner here, and then it also spans down here while the brown dissipates here. She doesn't have false lashes on, just mascara. Let's get to it. I put pencils in my foot. Ugh. Using the Colourpop Dream Street palette, dipping into Shooting Star on a fluffy brush, I'm blending it into the crease of my eye, bringing it towards my nose and inner corner and outwards to my outer corner. I'm very slowly building up the colour and blending it out every time I add pigment. Next, using Potion on the same brush, I'm placing this into my crease to add dimension to the browns. For the cut crease, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in 05 Light to carve out the lid of my eye, creating a wing at the outer corner of my eye. Be careful not to go too high up the lid like I did. Just follow the natural curve of your eye crease. If you did, however, on a flat brush, just lightly stamp on Shooting Star to cover the concealer. Try not to use too much as it will stand out. Just slowly build the pigment up until the concealer fully disappears. Using the MAC palette, I set the concealer with the lighter shade. To create that magnificent green on the lid, I'm using the Morphe x James Charles Artistry palette, dipping into the shade Daddy? On a flat brush. I'm patting and lightly sweeping the shade all over the concealer that I just placed down. I'm using the shade Social Blade in the centre of my eye to add some definition to the look and blend it into the previous shade by using light side-to-side motions. I'm wetting my brush with some setting spray and dipping into the shade Guac. I then press this shade all over the other greens that I've just placed down. Moving on to the next shade, I'm using the shade Wig in the centre of my eye to give that golden effect, and then going back and forth between the shades Wig and Guac to blend them together. Next, using the Flower Beauty Shimmer and Strobe highlighting palette, dipping it into the golden shade, I'm putting it into the centre of my eye and blending it into the other shadows. Next, with a small pencil brush, I'm using the shade Shooting Star and smoking it on my lower lash line, occasionally blending it out with a fluffy brush. On a small flat brush, I'm using the golden shade and stamping it close to my lower lash line. On a smaller pencil brush, I'm dipping into Potion and slowly placing the colour at the outer corner of my lower lash line and blending it away from my eye. Using the Maybelline Tattoo Liner Gel Pencil in 910 Bold Brown, I'm lining my lower waterline. I'm then softly swiping the pencil from my outer corner diagonally downwards over where I put Potion to give even more dimension. I then lined my eyes and created a wing. I wanted more shimmer on my lid, so I'm using the shade Face in the centre of the eye. For mascara, I'm using the Maybelline Total Temptation Mascara and building up the mascara on my upper lashes and also putting some mascara on my lower lashes. For blush, I'm using the Colourpop x Kathleen Lights blush in Luna Hazard. I'm placing this blush close to my temples and only bringing it halfway down my cheekbones, and swiping the rest over my nose and chin. For lips, I'm using the Flower Beauty Petal Pout Lip Liner in Nude to overline my lips. I'm then filling them in with the Colourpop Ultra Satin Lip in Aquarius. To make the lip more pink and matte, I'm using the Flower Beauty Petal Pout Lip Colour in 020 Naked Blush, tapping it all over my lips. Okay, so for the second look of this video, we're going to be doing the pink makeup that Chungha had in her white performance video. So as you can see in this picture, Chungha has a very nice wash of pink all over her eye. It pretty much covers the entirety of her eye, and it doesn't really have much of like a wing to the pink on the top. It really just is like a nice rounded color of pink all over. But she also has a wing that it's similar to the other look, where it goes from the inside of her lower lash line, meets with the upper lash line, and then it goes for a few millimeters. So in this picture, Chungha has a very shiny look, which almost makes me think that she used cream products, but actually I think that she more so used highlighting products on her eyes, or very shimmery eyeshadows, which had a very fine shimmer rather than a cream. Would be a bit more practical. So in this picture here, you can see a bit closer of her lower lash line. Her lower lash line only has a very small amount of pink on it. It's more so filled with a very bright highlighting color that goes from her inner corner to about here, and then her lower lash line is ended off by a bit of a darker bit here, which I think is made from eyeliner, which is what I think they used eyeliner to do that, which should just open up her eye just a bit more. She probably does have false lashes on, but I'm not exactly very good at using false lashes, so I'm going to pass on that. And she does have a bit of depth around her wing here, which I would assume would be a bit of a darker warm brown pink would be used for that. That's pretty much it. She also has a similar blush to the look that we did before, which is quite like a brownie one, but I think it was mixed with a bit of a peachier color as well, just to match the pink. And she also has a very nice bold glossy lip, which matches her eye. For this look, it's not a very difficult look, it's actually quite simple from looking at it, but we'll see as I try.
As a base for the eyes, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me blush in Pink Rose. With a fluffy brush, I'm blending it into my crease and bringing it outwards. I then switch to a flat brush, still using the Maybelline blush, and am patting the colour all over my entire lid, layering until I am happy. Next, using the Huda Beauty Nude Light Palette, I'm dipping into a pinky shade, placing it all over my lid. To bring definition, using a pencil brush, I'm dipping into the brown shade and placing it at my outer corner where a wing would be. Using the same shade, I'm using a fluffy brush to blend out the brown. Still using the brown shade, I'm slowly smudging the shadow all over my lower lash line. Dipping into one of the brown shades in the MAC palette, I'm placing the shade over the brown in the Huda Beauty palette. Using the Flower Beauty highlighting palette, dipping into the pink shade, I am patting the shade all over my eye. Then, mixing the gold and white highlights, I'm placing it in the center of my eye. I wanted more pink, so I'm going back into the Huda Beauty palette. In the places that I added more pink, I'm going over them with the highlighting palette. I'm using the gold and a small flat brush and placing it along my lower lash line. I'm using the white to highlight my inner corners. For eyeliner, I'm using the L'Oreal Matte Signature Eyeliner in Beige Signature. Using the Maybelline Tattoo Liner Gel Pencil in 910 Bold Brown, I'm lining my outer portion of the lower waterline and then swiping diagonally downwards. For mascara, I'm using the Maybelline Total Temptation Mascara and building up the mascara on my upper lashes and also putting some mascara on my lower lashes. For blush, I'm mixing the Colourpop X Kathleen Lights blushes in Luna Has It and I Need Space. For lips, I'm using the Flower Beauty Petal Pout Lip Liner in Nude to overline my lips. I'm then filling them in with the Maybelline Super Stay Lip Crayon in 20 Enjoy the View. To make the lip more shiny, I'm using the YSL Rouge Volute Shine in Mauve Clear.
That's all for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had so much fun making this video and I hope you guys had fun watching it too. Don't forget to go down and hit that subscribe button and also hit that like button while you're there. Check me out on Instagram at Tayla, and I hope to see you guys very, very soon, and also stay safe and healthy. Bye guys. Got him.